Good morning, Earth scientists. And hey, it is Friday today. I cannot think of a better day of the week than to be Friday. So we're cashing out the week here. Next week is a 4-day week because it's the end of the trimester. So let's take a look at what we got going on today with our Friday, March 3rd. We're going to essentially wrap everything up with index fossils and relative dating and all that kind of stuff that we've been working on. So our goal today is I can determine the relative ages of rock layers, as well as some absolute dating, and that's where the index fossils come in. So we'll start off with a short little talk about the Grand Canyon, and again, how that kind of fits in with everything. We will recap our disturbances that we've been talking about. So recap that information. We'll get some practice on puzzles. So talking about the different puzzles, you could pause the video and see if you can figure these ones out. So again, just some practice. You'll see puzzles on the test next week. Test will be next Thursday. So you'll see some puzzles on the test. So just being able to answer these different puzzle questions. Something similar to this is what you'd see on the test. You won't see something as elaborate as this. Something kind of more straightforward. Couple disturbances kind of thing is what we'll be looking at on the test. We wrap things up with our packet. So we'll get our packet all done, finished up, and everything else. 5 minutes to kind of wrap up our picture. And we'll do our homework check at this point, work on your study guide, all that kind of good stuff. And then we have a kind of review song, Fossil Rock Anthem review song that we'll take a look at. And then we will get into index fossils, and this is what we'll end the hour with. So what are index fossils? How do we use index fossils? Index fossils essentially are fossils that will give us an exact date on something. So we will define it on our packet or on our study guide. We'll define index fossil. And like it says right in the textbook, index fossils are fossils that are going to give us more of an absolute date versus a relative date. So if you find an index fossil of a trilobite, for example, or I should say a trilobite is an index fossil because trilobites were extremely abundant. They were all over the world. They're easily recognizable. They lived a very short period of time in geologic history terms. So they were around what does it say, from 405 million years to 306 million years ago. So you look at that and you're like, oh my gosh, that was like 100 million years. In geologic terms, 100 million years is actually a short amount of time when we take a look at Earth's history as being 4.6 billion years. So we'll talk about index fossils, and then in our composition notebooks, we'll end the hour answering some of these questions with index fossils. So you are welcome to grab a sheet of notebook paper, write these questions down, pause the video. You could even go back and pause the video here, use the book pages to answer these questions. And that's our plan for the day. Have an amazing weekend. The weather looks nice. We'll have some melting this weekend. The sun will be shining. So if you get the opportunity, get outside, get some fresh air, and we'll see you when you come back on Monday. Last week of the trimester, so check your grades. Make sure things are getting wrapped up. Take care.